Hey everybody, I have not made a video in about 2 weeks, so I thought I would hop on and make a monthly recap video for March. Made $33,400. It's the best month I've ever had. As I continue to scale up, try my best. The money is coming in, so hopefully I can continue that. But I just wanted to touch base. I know it's been 2 weeks, it's been so crazy and busy, working so hard trading, that I just don't have the energy right now to make recap videos as often as maybe I should. But I did want to go over 2 trades, my most recent trades that I highlighted on Twitter, which was VXRT and a play I made on AHPI. So let's just go over those 2 trades. So it's kind of going to be a monthly recap video plus a recap on 2 trades. So the trade on AHPI, this is virus sector, so is VXRT. I noticed that some virus tickers were bouncing. So what I saw, okay, so on the multi-day, it had 4 red days in a row. And when you see 4 red days in a row, you can expect, a bounce. It's the former support. 4 red days in a row, I mean, it's a good spot to look for a bounce. The ticker has range, so it doesn't really matter how big this bounce is. Even if it's a small bounce, you can make good money on this because the range is so nice. This is what we look for as day traders. We look for tickers that have the range and opportunity to make some money on it. Alright, so really take a look at this TA and really look at it. You get support, up, down, holds the support, bounces back up, right? Not as high, kind of like a bouncy ball. You bounce on the ground, it goes up. Like, I don't know how to get what I'm trying to say. The momentum decreases on secondary bounces, but it's energy. Stocks are energy. So I could feel that it was going to bounce again. And this is the day I played it. In the morning, it had a nice rip from 14, like 1520, and then it ends up peaking at 1580. So I knew that essentially the bounce had begun, and so that gave me a hint as far as when it creates this formation to the afternoon. This was holding VWAP. It's just holding gains, there's not much I can say about it other than it's holding gains really well, and I wanted to be a part of it, so I bought in at 1556 expecting a late day move. I did get it. I was pretty patient on this. I really like how I played it. I sold it at 1719. I just took a really nice chunk of the move. I would not have changed it anything. This is one situation where I feel like I played it perfectly. So really happy about the play. I had a lot of questions regarding why I entered when I entered. Did I know it was going to go higher? No. I mean, I obviously not. Trading, you guess when the risk reward is on your side, and if you're wrong, you cut, you take a small loss. It worked for me this time, and I made about $800 on this, I believe. And Really specifically, I mean, bottoms, it kind of like double bottom bases. So once this second bottom held, it gave me a nice spot to enter, risking basically that support. There's no guarantees, maybe if it sells off hard, maybe it would have cracked and I would have gotten a bad fill and I may have lost more money than expected. Who knows? Who knows? But I guess what I'm really trying to get across is like when you're confident in a spot, you can't be fearful just because it's low volume or whatever you're afraid of. You can't be afraid. If you believe the spot is a good spot with good risk reward, you should take it. That's what trading is all about. It's about taking the spots you're confident in. So I felt like this was a profitable spot. So that's why I bought it when I bought it. I thought, really, the majority of the thesis comes from the multi-day. All right, just analyzing multi-day setups. Multi-day is more important than the actual intraday chart. I mean, pretty much all of my trading plans are all based on the multi-day. And then you zoom in deeper, you get a closer view on the intraday. They correlate, you got yourself a profitable trade. So that's really how I think about these things. These virus tickers are not going off my radar anytime soon. I'll be watching these tickers for the next 6 months. They're not going anywhere. I'm going to keep watching virus names. And as long as they have range, and as long as they have any sort of decent volume, I'm going to be watching them. VXRT. If you notice, same setup. I mean, pretty much you're looking at the same setup. You get the downward movement. You get a multi-day hold. My thought process was, if it bounces, okay, it could bounce to like 220. It could maybe take half of what it was. Now, VXRT failed. Completely failed. In my opinion, my play failed. Okay, I was looking for 220. I wanted 220. I didn't get it. I didn't get anything close to 220. Nothing close. Look at this. Alright, I get the setup I'm looking for. Nice consolidation. Okay. It's holding this horizontal all morning. Getting tighter. So we know it's probably going to break to the downside or the upside. Well, what am I going to go back to? What did the multi-day hint to me? Statistically, what was more probable? A move to the upside or a move to the downside? If you look at statistically, it was more weighted to the upside because it had a bounce setup on the multi-day. And not just that, VXRT tends to be delayed behind the initial wave of virus tickers. So VXRT really follows behind tickers like AHPI and APT. It's kind of a secondary virus ticker, so it kind of mirrors them maybe a day or two after. So there's so many small details that let me know, hey, VXRT, good candidate for a bounce. So I was able to take 172.5 as it surged, confirming to the upside, and I just felt it out. And sometimes you can feel these things. A lot of volume comes in, but what do you notice about the range? The range isn't very impressive for a breakout of tight consolidation and a bounce setup on the multi-day. These candles are not impressive to me, and look at the volume. 30K, 40K. I mean, this is a lot of volume for the beginning of a breakout. But what do you notice about the price movement? 1 cent, 2 cent, 3 cent, 4 cent? Well, come on, look at that. Look at that move. It's so weak. It's weak. I don't like it at all. So red flags were already going off in the first 3 minutes of the breakout that, okay, this thing's probably not going to have the upside that I want. And then it was having difficulty pushing over the 185 level. And I cut it at 182.5 because, look, the momentum's not there. It's not there. can't force momentum. You got to feel it out and go with your gut. My gut told me to cut it. I cut it. Turned out to be a good move. So happy about that. That was 5,000 shares, 172.5. Made $500 on that. Best case scenario was I would have gotten 50 cents if it bounced powerful. It was a powerful bounce and hit that 220 area that I was looking for. Looking at 50 cents, best case scenario, on 5,000 shares. That could have been $2,500. Look, I adjusted. We locked it up 500. It is what it is. So what are some lessons that you can get from this video? Multi-day setups are important. Sectors, being aware of what tickers are in a sector and what sectors are hot and have volatility, important. Intraday setup is important. You want to get good risk reward on your intraday play. And adjusting. It's good to adjust sometimes when something feels weak. And you can still lock in a pretty good profit. Hey, lock it up. It's fine. So that's what I would say about it. Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty much it. These were the plays that were just the most fresh on my mind. Maybe I'll make some more recaps next week. There's just so much I could talk about. You know, there really is. There's just been so much going on, and I had my biggest loss I've ever had actually last week. Lost $2,200 in a day. Right, that was a big screw up, and that's because I was working on scaling up. You see, when you're scaling up, everything is more stressful, and yeah, I'm just gonna keep working on it. It wasn't fun, but I bounced back, and everything's all good. But going into next week, I'm gonna be a little more careful. But nothing's gonna change. I'm gonna keep pushing myself to be better, and that means scaling up. That means taking bigger positions. So I'll just keep working on that. I hope everybody is doing all right. I know the situation is not great right now. Everybody's quarantined. I mean, I am. And yeah, just trying to hang in there, just trying to do my part, stay indoors, and try to ride this thing out, you know. Yeah, so I hope everybody's doing all right, being safe. I'm sure more crazy things to come next week. Market's been insane, just up and down, crazy volatility, lots of opportunity. See if I can capitalize a bit more next week. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Biggest month of my career, and I hope you enjoyed just me going over a couple plays. I want to try to make more content next week. I'm hoping. You know, we'll see. It's just been very stressful, and I've been working very hard, so I can't guarantee anything. It's pretty much what I'm saying. But alright, I'm gonna end it there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.